So good morning, everyone. So first of all, I welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. Myself, Harish, and I will be going to handle this session for the next 1 hour today regarding this demo session of data analysis. So this session today, we're going to discuss, you can consider this as your introduction to the data analysis course. Okay. This is nothing but what? Introduction to the data analysis course. So in this introduction class, we are going to discuss the main agenda of this session will be going to provide you the understanding about the data analysis definition, why we are learning it and where we can able to use this data analysis, and we can discuss the things that are related to the steps that are going to be performed in the data analysis work, and what are the skills that we need to learn, how are the opportunities for the data analyst, okay, and how is the future of this one. Related to this, a lot of things I will be going to discuss with you people today. So let me start this class with my introduction. Later I'll be going to talk with you related to the data analysis things, okay. So myself Harish, okay, the name of the trainer. My name is Harish, and I have 9+ years of teaching experience and even working as a data analyst. And I have a master's graduation. Okay, I have completed the master's graduation in the UK, and I have the experience working as a data analyst from the past 10 years. I have an current position as lead data analyst, and I have experience working on the skills of Databricks, PySpark, Python, SQL, Tableau, as well as Power BI. And I have a wide range of experience working on the projects from the domains of banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also in the telecommunication domains. And also over the past 10+ years, I've been into this teaching domain as well, where I usually teach this data analysis to the students. So I have an experience teaching over some thousands of students in this data analysis. So the teaching when I'm going to do, I know that students will be coming mostly from different types of backgrounds. So you might be also having some doubts in your mind that am I eligible to learn this course? Can I able to sustain in this data analysis domain kind of thing? So even I have this experience teaching the students coming from multiple backgrounds. Either the students can be a fresher, or student is having some career gap, or else the student is having some working experience either in the IT sector or in the non-IT sector. Anywhere whatever the student is working either in the IT or non-IT, still there is no problem. You people are eligible to learn this data analysis. So in our course, guys, as I mentioned just before, you might be thinking about your eligibility. So don't worry about it, guys. You are all eligible to learn the data analysis. You might be a fresher, or you might have some career gap, or you might be already working in some other domains. Still there is no problem. Each and every one of you are eligible to learn this data analysis, because this data analysis course is very easy to learn. Opportunities are there in most of the places. For experienced, for freshers, for everybody, opportunities are there. Because of this is a very easy to learn skill and easy to get a job also. Okay, so this is regarding the eligibility. If you have any kind of doubt in your mind, please remove that. Concentrate on this session. You will get a more understanding regarding the data analysis course by the end of this class. Okay, so this class, as I mentioned, I will be going to focus mostly on giving you the introduction knowledge to data analysis, where I am going to explain you about three W's. Okay, starting with what? Three W's. W, W, W. What are those? First of all, what is data analysis? Why we are using it? And where we are using it. What is data analysis? Why we are using? And where we are going to use. So let us start about the definition. What is data analysis? What is data analysis? So with respect to the definition, I can say data analysis is actually having two different words in it. Am I right? Data analysis, if you consider, it is having two different words. One is data, and other one is what? Analysis. Data is separate word, analysis is a separate word. So what is generally meant by data? What is generally meant by data? What is meant by data? Data means simple, guys. Data means information. Information. What is that? Suppose if I ask about you, any one of you, what is your name? What is your father's name? What is your mother's name? What is your date of birth? Or what is your education background? What is your mobile number, email ID, PAN card number, Aadhaar card number? Like these types of details are your personal information. Am I right? So like that, if that information, if I want to gather from 100 students or some 1,000 students or 1 lakh of students, that is what I am calling as a data. Even one person information is also considered as a data. What is simply data is nothing but to be able to easily understand about you can be your information, that can be the data. So any students you can take, any kind of customers you take, it can be any orders related informations you take, we call that as a data. So what is meant by analysis? The next thing is what? Analysis. What is generally meant by analysis means? Analysis means simple. When you observe something or examine something deeply, we call that as analysis. Okay? Observe something, observing, or else examining. Examining, examining the things deeply. So whatever the analysis you are going to make, we have a simple understanding. It is nothing but observing or examining something deeply. So what are the things that we are going to examine here deeply is that information or that data. So data, we are going to observe it deeply and we are going to find out what is present in that particular data. That is actually called as data analysis. If a proper definition I wanted to form here, I would say it is the process of analyzing the it is the process of analyzing the data to find the insights. To find what? Insights. So data analysis is the process. When I say process here, it is nothing but multiple steps are involved in that. Okay, sorry, please wait a minute. Okay, multiple steps are involved in that data analysis. So what, how many steps? Here I can say there are total 5 step process. Total 5 step process in analyzing the data to find what? To find the insights. Insights means simple output of data analysis. Insights means what? Output of data analysis. Or else we also call this with different names called as unseen, means which we can't able to see. That trends, if you want to identify, you can able to do that. Or simple way we can also call this findings. It is a process of analyzing the data to find the insights or unseen trends or else findings. Anything you can able to call here, there is no problem. So this is actually called as the definition. When if anybody asks you what is the data analysis is meant by, you can simply say data analysis is nothing but I'm going to do some process or some steps I'll follow to analyze the data so that I'll find out the insights from that data. Simple. This is the easiest way to define your data analysis. Then you should understand why it is used, because this is another important question, guys. See, this question is important even for you to understand how much of demand this data analysis is having in the market, how are the job opportunities are there. Those kind of answers you'll find in this question. Okay, so try to be concentrating on this one, guys. So why it is used? Simple. I will take any examples. For example, Zomato is there. Zomato as an example, if you consider that Zomato will do the business of what? Delivering the food items from the customer, from the restaurant to the customer. If you place a food order, from whichever the restaurant you order, from there, it will give you that order. That is simply the work Zomato will do. So here, Zomato, whenever you order any food item, they will store some data regarding your order. For example, what is the order ID? For every order, some ID will be there so that they will easily identify every order separately. So order ID will be there. And what is the food item you have ordered, from which restaurant you have ordered, who is the customer placed that order, what is the delivery address, who is the delivery agent, what is the delivery time taken to deliver the food item, and how is the payment details, how you have made your payment, is it cash on delivery or is it a credit card or a debit card or is it a UPI transaction, how you have made the payment. Related to these, the information is going to be stored in the Zomato databases about your one single order. Just assume in India, for one day, Zomato will get easily 8 to 10 lakhs of orders. So that much of big amount of data, we can't able to write it on a piece of paper, right? Simply, if it is a small business, I will write, okay, at 1 p.m. I got one order. At 1:10, I have got one order, like that. But it's a big kind of companies where you can't able to track it by writing it on a piece of paper. That's why the companies will store the large amounts of data always in an electronic manner. By the best example, servers, databases, like that. Okay, so servers or databases are actually there. So the companies will store this big amount of data, keeping in mind only for them to understand what is happening in their business. Suppose in the end of the day, Zomato wants to know, can you please tell me how many orders were placed today, what is the total sales amount, or what is the profit I have been got, what is the average delivery time taken for the customers to get the delivery in the Hyderabad city, Okay, or what is the most ordered food item between 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the entire India? These are all the kind of things, if you wanted to understand, it would be very easy. These are the things, what is the analysis means, these are the things you are going to find out. If you just look at the data, we can't able to find out the answers for the questions I have asked. We are going to do that analysis. That is what is the data analysis we are going to perform. The data analysis is used by the companies to understand their business, how their business was performing. That understanding of the business is possible only if they store the data in their systems. Where they will get the data? By the business they perform day to day basis. For example, I told an example of Zomato. You consider, for example, a bank account transaction. You are having account in the SBI, and you have made some UPI transaction. You went to some small shop and you made some 10 rupees of payment there. So what is your transaction there you have been made? Those details will be stored. Why, you might ask me, why the details it is required to store, Harish? Means simple. If you make one transaction, let's say the transaction amount was actually it was completed transaction from your payment, but the person has not got the money. What you will do? You send me some 5,000 rupees. You saying that, Harish, from my account 5,000 rupees has been debited, please check your account. But in my system it was not showing, in my account it was not reflecting. What you will do? Simply now I'll directly call to some customer care. See, this is the transaction I made. I at this particular point of time I have sent it, but the customer or the receiver has not received the money. What they will ask? Where you have been made the transaction. For that, one transaction ID will be there. Even when you go to the phone pay or Google Pay, for every transaction some ID will be generated. That ID is what is reflecting, like, this is the payment amount, this person paid this amount to this person at this particular point of time using this app, using this bank servers. Like these details they can able to know. If you don't store the details itself, and if you go and ask them, see, I have made some transaction of 5,000 rupees, why the problem? It was not received by that person. Then how come they know? First of all, they don't know when the transaction happened, when the amount has been sent. You're saying 5,000, but what is the guarantee it's 5,000 only? See, this much of conflict will raise if you don't store the data. That is the reason I am simply explaining you why the data is required to be stored. So once you understand this point, you will get the details. So every company wants to store the data to understand their business. But to understand that particular data, we can't able to see. Suppose, as I mentioned, Zomato will get some 8 to 10 lakhs of orders per day. See, that much of 8 to 10 lakhs of orders per day, if you wanted to analyze, if you see it your normal eyes, you can't able to find what is there in that, you can't able to understand. So that is where we're going to analyze the data. We are going to go deep into the data. We are going to find out the answers for the questions. As I previously asked, can you tell me what is the most ordered food item in India between 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in Zomato? Or in the particular city of Hyderabad, can you please tell me today how much is the total sales I made? Which food item or which area of Hyderabad people has placed most number of orders? So these kind of questions you can find out the answers by analyzing the data. Then you might also see, I have told companies will use this data for making understandable what is the problem or how the business is performing. So simply by looking in these kind of details, the companies are going to make some decisions. So I have found that in the city of entire India, most of the food items that are ordered related to biryani items. Then the companies will take some decision there to improve their better sales. Suppose most of the people are ordering the food item called as biryani. So in which restaurants kind of thing most of the food orders are made in the Hyderabad city, in the Delhi, in the Mumbai, in the Bangalore, in the Chennai. Like this, they'll find out, and related to those restaurants, some extra offers they will provide. Some extra offers they are going to provide. See, this kind of complete business oriented decisions are able to be taken by understanding how their business is going on. See, if the orders are being mostly placed from one city, and if you don't focus on that city and focusing on some other city, or let me suppose simply I want to tell you one simple example. Let me say there are different products I'm selling. There are different products I'm selling: product A, product B, product C, like this. So product A is giving me some good sales of some 1,000 rupees. This is also giving me some 1,500 rupees, and this is only 1,500. I want to write, okay, 1,500, and this is only giving me some 100 rupees of sales. But they came to know overall sales were less in my company. Out of the three products, I know that there is one product which was not giving us the good sales. So I just wanted to remove one product from them. So how you can remove? By understanding this product is giving me this amount of amount sales. This is this amount of amount sales. This product is C is only 100 rupees. If you don't know these details, if you go and trial and hit and error, you know, right? If you throw a stone in the darkness, if it hit, it is fine. If it is not hit, you can't able to do anything. So that kind of process we won't follow. Just go there. Okay, I don't like this product B. Let us stop the sales of product B, thinking this is giving me less amount of sales. But actually, that is not the thing. 50 is making highest amount of sales among three products. But if you remove this one itself, your company will face a loss. Am I right? So this type of decision, which product is giving me the loss, I just want to stop it. So how you can delete the product? By looking at the details of the product. Okay, this is giving me 1500 rupees of sales. It is not needed to be taken out. I need to take out actually product C. This type of better decision making was done because of this data analysis. See, there is a lot of detail I have explained in this question, why data analysis is used. This will give you a lot of understanding, guys. Okay, simply I would say the businesses, any type of business, are using the data are using the data analysis insights simply to do what? To make better decisions. To make better decisions. Let me write it. To make better decisions, which will help that particular business to grow. Which will help the business to grow. Whichever the company you take, the companies will take some decisions by using the data analysis insights. Why they will take some decisions? To help their business in improving, getting more sales, getting more profits, getting more customers, getting more leads, getting more orders. Whatever is the business you do related to that, a success is followed if better decisions are being taken. If you take some incorrect decisions, that will lead you to get losses. Okay, so that type of business, if any kind of business you take, the data analysis is used in that to understand how their business is performing. Based on that, they will make some decisions, and those decisions will be going to help those companies in getting the profit. So this is how the entire data analysis concepts are. Okay, now I will tell you where it is used, where the data analysis is used, because you should know that okay, I'm learning data analysis. After learning it, where I'm going to get a job, where I am going to get a job. So let us see where it is used. So where data analysis is used, in the sense there are so many opportunities we have in the market. First of all, let us start with e-commerce, where I'm going to discuss about Amazon. I guess everybody know about Amazon, which is the e-commerce companies, and we have some Flipkart, we have some Walmart, or else we have some quick commerce companies like Zepto, Blinkit, and we have some online shopping platforms like Mintra, Azio, Meesho, online food delivery apps like Zomato, Swiggy, online even ride booking apps like Uber, Rapido. This kind of lot of companies are using data analysis. Even online ticket booking systems. I think you know Book My Show. Book My Show is a famous one to book the movie tickets or even any other entertainment related tickets. Bus tickets you can separately you can do that. So bus tickets or any other ticket booking apps, they can also use the data analysis. We also use it in the healthcare. In the healthcare, when I talk about healthcare, you'll be going to get hospitals, right? Hospitals, it can be, or even when coming to the pharmaceutical companies, we use data analysis there. And in the banking domain also, we are going to use the data analysis. Banking, in the sense, it can be non-banking financial institutions. In the sense, we call it as an NBFS in the non-banking only, but they won't consider as a banking. And also, you have insurance-related companies, which is best example of LIC. There also we use the data analysis. And in the companies that are related to the sports and games, even cricket, football, hockey, badminton, wrestling, whichever the sports and games you take, we use the data analysis there to help the players in improving their overall performance. Let's say if a player is not performing well, we're going to find out or analyze that player performance, where they are making the mistake, so that it will be easy for them to overcome the mistake and perform much better in their coming roles, right? So in that way, sports, even in the movies and OTT platforms, suppose Netflix or Prime Video, let's say you're watching some web series or a movie. So whatever the movie or a web series you're watching related to that, the same content will be suggested for you. It's just like in the Instagram also. When you like some content in the Instagram, whatever you have liked it, related to that remaining posts are going to be decided. Just like if you like movies related thing, more movies related stuff will come in the Instagram. If you like some cricket related things, more cricket related stuff will come in the Instagram. Like that, whichever the content you like, the better suggestions are going to be provided for the specific user by analyzing their past
Mm.
history. So for that, we use the data analysis there. Okay, these are all real-time things only, guys. Whatever we are observing in our day-to-day life, those examples only I am telling for you, so that we can easily understand and correlate our data analysis topic over there. Okay, and we can also say in the education domain, we can say we are using the data analysis. And when it comes to stock markets, real estate markets, and it is also used in the stuff related to agriculture, marketing systems, marketing and promotions. There also we use data analysis, like all the software companies everywhere, startup company, or you take mid-size or MNC companies, whichever you the company you take, it is there. So what you can understand by looking at these many examples, simple way, it is used everywhere. That is what I can come across by looking at these examples. It is used each and every kind of business in our happening day-to-day life. Because of that, when most of the companies are using data analysis, obviously the persons or the employees who should work on the data analysis is also going to be required. That is where the demand for the data analyst has been raised. As I told, this question will improve a lot of understanding, guys. As I mentioned, right? See, carefully observe. Where it is used means it is used in most of the companies in happening in our day-to-day life. Meaning, you will be going to have the applications or the job opportunities mostly in every place. Once you learn this data analysis, getting the job is very simple, because a lot of opportunities are there in the market. See, learning a skill which is going to give you the job very much easily is very much important, because once you learn the skill, and if you need to wait for so many years again after to get the job, means it is not a good successful career, I can say. And once the data analyst career has been started, you can see there is no need for you to switch to any other domain. Even with the rise of artificial intelligence, your data analyst jobs are also going to increase, because if you take artificial intelligence also, it needed the data. So many students used to ask me the doubts related to, sir, about what about the AI? How is the impact of artificial intelligence on our data analysis? See, guys, with the rise of artificial intelligence, our data analyst jobs are still going to increase a lot. The reason is simple. If you take ChatGPT can provide the answer for your question based on the past data. What was the data you are going to feed to that particular system? We are also going to do the same activity. You will get to know that steps what you're going to perform there. We are going to do the activity of data collection, or we are going to do the data cleaning activities. Those all things, even it is needed in the artificial intelligence also. So that is the reason I'm saying, even with the rise of artificial intelligence, our jobs are still going to increase a lot, improving our more chances in getting the future growth also. So that is the reason this is the best kind of domain in the current market scenario, where learning is easy, getting the job is also easy. Learning is easy and getting the job is also very much easy. So that is what here we need to understand about. Okay, so this is simply, first of all, I want to explain the 3Ws. I told you, right, I want to start the demo with respect to the 3Ws. I have explained you what is data analysis, why we are using, and where we are using. So now we are moving forward to the next step in our demo, where I will explain you people about what are the steps involved in the data analysis. This is a very, very important thing, guys. So please focus here. What are the steps involved in the data analysis? What are the steps involved in the data analysis? Now let us discuss about the steps. See, I told you in the definition also, it is a process. When I say process, what I told, it's going to follow different steps. How many steps? 5 steps. How many steps? 5 steps. So what are those 5 steps? Now we are going to discuss what are those 5 steps, starting with the first one. It's very simple, guys. First one is very simple, is a very general step also, understanding the business requirement. This is there in most of the projects, because the thing is, when you want to start working on anything, you need to know the requirements of the client. Okay, so when you start working as a data analyst also, first thing you should know, okay, what is this project, who is the client, what is the business the client is doing, what is the type of analysis the client is expecting from me to provide, and what are my roles and responsibilities. These are the different things you should identify. So roles and responsibility, in the sense why I mentioned that point is there. See, when you work in a project, you are not the only person. There will be multiple persons working in that project. So multiple persons will have different types of roles and responsibilities. So what are yours? You should understand that. That is the first step. Even when you go to the companies, this is the same steps you should follow, guys. Okay, that is the reason I mentioned these important steps. Okay, so first thing you should know, what are the requirements of the business, what is the project is about, who is the client, what is the business that does, what are the expectations they're having upon the project. These kind of basic details you should first of all understand. So once you have got that understanding, the second thing is, okay, once you got the understanding, the second thing is about getting the data. What we call that step as, you know, data collection or else data gathering. What is the step is called as data collection or data gathering. So this step is again main step for us, where our actual analysis is going to get started. Our actual analysis is going to get started. So see, data collection or gathering, in the sense, as I mentioned, if you wanted to perform data analysis, you need first of all data, right? You need first of all data, right? For example, I told you you need to process of analyzing the data. Okay, fine, but where you are going to get the data? Who will give you the data? That is a basic question in every student's mind. It will be going to have. So the data, we are going to get it from the client. You no need to worry about it. We are not going to generate our own data. If you are working for some bank, they will already have the data. What type of data in a bank you'll expect? Simple, let me explain you. Suppose you are working in some bank. Okay, where you are working? In the bank you are working. So when you're working in a bank, what type of data generally the bank will store? We also call this term as business data. What is it called as? Business data. So what is business data? Business data means what was the data that is stored in the system of that particular client is called as business data. Suppose if you go for a bank, what type of data or what type of work the bank does, related to that data will be generated. So bank will be going to have their customers details, right? Am I right? Suppose if I go ahead and open a bank in the bank account in the SBI will store my details, my name, my father's name, or my mobile number, what is my account number, what is my PAN card number. Related to those, some of the details of customers they will be going to store. And if I go ahead and make some transactions, I have made some payment amount for 10 rupees or 100 rupees, the transactions details will be stored. And also if I have taken any loans, if I have taken any loans in their bank related to that, and my savings account related information, or if I have any other insurance being taken from that particular bank related, lot of information related to that will be stored. This is about what? Only banking. For example, I am talking about some Amazon type of a company. You know about Amazon company, which is going to store again the data. So Amazon also will have their customers. Suppose if I go to Amazon and if I log in using my email ID and mobile number, I'm a customer of Amazon. So what are the orders I place? Suppose I ordered a mobile phone today. Related to that order, some details are going to be stored. And also any kind of seller, you know about sellers, right? In Amazon, if I buy some product, some seller will be going to sell that product to me. So for that order, who is the seller? And also I can expect the details related to who are the employees working in the, Amazon. Or you will also find out warehouses for every company like Amazon. Sorry, they will be going to have some warehouses, right? Suppose in India or in every place, some warehouses will be there. From there, the delivery is going to be happening. From there, delivery is going to be happening. So in this way, every company is storing different types of data. So that is what we call as business data. Business data means simple what? What is the type of business data related to that data will be generated. That is what I am calling here as business data. So this business data is what I'm going to collect. I guess now you got some idea who is going to give you the data. Clients are going to give you the data. Okay, after getting the data. But there is a problem if you observe. There's a problem if you observe. This bank is having a lot of data. Some customers is there, some transactions is there, some loans is there. Which data you want among these? Which data you want among this? You won't take entire data, right? You won't take entire customers, entire transactions, entire loans. You don't need it. Then what is that understanding is, what is you needed for your analysis? Suppose the client is told you, client has clearly mentioned, you please analyze in our bank what are the loans we are providing. You analyze our loans related data and provide us what are the insights. So what is the data you needed at the time? If you're a bank, you need only this loans related data. So selecting that part of data that is needed for you to perform analysis is called as data collection or gathering. I'll say other easy step. Let us say the client is having a total information in 20 tables, or let me say 100 tables you have. Okay, total 100 tables information you have. So what is the data you needed is present only in the 20. So I am going to select only those 20 tables from the 100 tables. These 20 tables are the information I need from the entire available data. So this data collection or gathering step is actually trying to give you what is the data that I needed from the entire available information. That is called as data collection or data gathering. That is called as what? Simply data collection or data gathering. So once the data has been collected, then our next important step will start. Once the data has been collected, then the next important step will start, where we are going to discuss about the data cleaning. Data cleaning, or else we also call it as data transformations, data cleaning or data transformations. This step is again important, guys. Data cleaning or transformations is actually going to clean the data. Why that cleaning is required? I told client wants to analyze the loans related data, so I have taken these 20 tables related to that loans. Then why again cleaning is required? Why can't I directly go ahead and perform the analysis? There is a problem present in that. See, guys, whenever the data you have been gathered related to that data, there will be always some mistakes will be there. So for example, data inconsistency, some missing values or some wrong data, sometimes duplicate values. Those things are generally possible. I will show some simple example for you to understand what is the problem and why the data collection cleaning is required. Okay, why data cleaning is required. This is a very important step among all the steps, among all the five. This is the important step, so please carefully understand. I am showing with an easiest example. Let me consider that I have some data here. Okay, I have taken some sample data. Let me explain what is this data is. It is actually related to some orders related information, guys. Okay, this is actually what orders related information, where I have order ID, what is the name of the product, how much is the sales, how much is the profit I got from the product, like that. So this data I'll be going to show you what is the problem. So if you carefully observe, there is a missing value in this place. Am I right? There is a missing value. So what I have been identified, there is a missing value present. And after that, you can see there is a spelling mistakes. If you see, this is a laptop and this is another laptop. So both of these are laptops only. You know that both of these are laptops only. But when you're analyzing using some Power BI or some SQL, they will think that this laptop is different, this laptop is different. Both are different products, they will think. But actually, both of them are same product only, right? Both of them are laptop only. I have not written whether it's a HP laptop or Dell laptop. I'm not using that. Only it's a laptop, but spelling is different. So this is actually what not a correct data. So I would say incorrect data is there. Incorrect data is there. And there is another issue. If you also observe, mobile spelling is also the same way. It is also incorrect. Okay, I have already maintained that point. Incorrect data. Next important point is, if you observe this row. You observe this row. What is this row is actually order ID is 2, mobile is the product, sales is 25,000, profit is 1,000 rupees. Can you observe the same thing in the bottom again? If you observe the same thing in the bottom again, this row and this row, both of these are having the same information. Both of them are same order IDs, same product, same sales, same profit. So this is actually called as what? Duplicate. This is actually called as what? Duplicate. So duplicate data means same data getting repeated. Duplicate in the sense what? Same data getting again repeated. So at least here order ID is 2, right? If I have got here something like some 6 or 7 or 8, like there's some different order IDs it might have been present, then I will say okay, this not duplicate, because different order IDs are there. Even though product is matching, sales is matching, profit is matching, at least this order ID is different. So by that I might have say that this is not a duplicate, but clearly this is a duplicate here. So these are the problems present in the data I'm having here. So this analysis, if I perform directly upon this data, you'll get what? The wrong results you'll get. Wrong results or else insights you are going to get. So that is the reason why I'm asking always the data that you have been got, you should first of all clean that. If you don't clean the data, it will give you what? Wrong results or insights. Wrong results or insights. So let me perform the data cleaning now. Let me perform the data cleaning now. So how I'll perform means I will correct the things, whatever are the mistakes. So first of all, I'm thinking to copy this entire data. I'm ignoring the duplicate. I have been ignored what? Duplicate. So I have not copied this one product. Only one time I have taken that product and I went back to the client. There is missing value, right? The client has told me that it's actually a television. I went again back to the client to find out the product name. They told that it's a television, and these two spellings are wrong. I have also corrected that. I have also corrected that. So in this manner, I have this table now. Can you please observe this, guys? There are two tables in front of you people. Consider this is table number 1 and consider this is table number 2. So among these two tables, which one is ideal for my analysis? Can you please tell me your response? What do you think, is it table number 1 or table number 2 is good for our analysis to perform? Any answer, guys? Which one is better, 1 or 2, for our
Table
analysis to
2.
perform? Table number 2, correct. So table number 2 is an ideal one. So it's a clear cut, I can say direct answer can be table number 2. The reason is what? First one was, I can say, uncleaned data. First one is what? uncleaned. This is what it is, a cleaned data. Always we need to use the cleaned data for performing the analysis. Don't use the uncleaned data. Always use the cleaned data. That is the first important point. So okay, I have cleaned it. Next is what? I need to perform some analysis. I want to find out what is the product. Okay, let me write it here like this: product, and what is the total profit. What is the total profit I have been got. So what are the different products are there here? I have one product as laptop. Okay, I have one product as laptop. What is the total profit I got? One order is 2000 rupees, another order is what? 1000 rupees. So total how much I have got? 3000 rupees of profit I got. Okay, next one. Next product is what? I have the television. Television I have only 2000 rupees of profit. So okay, after that I have what? Mobile phone. So mobile phone is giving me how much of profit? Here it is 1000 rupees, here it is 500 rupees. How much it is? 1500 rupees. So in this manner, I am able to easily find this out. Am I right? This easily I'm able to, I'm able to easily find this out by using this table. So this information I am going to now take it for the next level. This entire thing is what actually called as I am performing the analysis, guys. Okay, I'm performing the analysis. Let me just remove these things. So whatever the data you have been cleaned enough, this process of creating the second table from the first table, I told you this is my second table. So getting this second table from the first table, that is where I have been applied this step called as data cleaning or transformation. So by the end of the third step, I have a data with me which is a very cleaned data, so which is ready for my analysis. So our fourth step, which is nothing but we call it as creating the reports step. Creating what? Reports. We also call it as data visualization. Data visualization, or else I can also call it as an EDA process. EDA process. Our actual main analysis was done here. What is EDA actually? It is nothing but exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis. So any step you can call. I will explain with respect to data visualization. Data visualization means it is simple, guys. You are going to represent your data in terms of charts or graphs. I'll tell you why it is required. Suppose if you just have a look at this data, this is the data I have cleaned it, right? So I have only 5 products here. So it is easy for you to say, tell me what is the profit I got for the laptop. Tell me what is the profit I got for the television. You are able to easily say that, but just assume if you have some 1 lakhs of orders, just here only 5 are there, just assume 1 lakh of orders data you're having. Can you able to say the same way, this is the product profit I got for the laptop, this is the profit I got for the mobile, like that? Here how I am able to say? I can't able to say when you have a large amounts of data. So then I need some kind of a system to analyze our data easily. Among them, one of the important point is data visualization. Means I'm going to use some data visualization technique which is called as representing the information. Whatever the tabular data you have, this is a table, right? Table in the sense rows and columns. So order ID is a column, product is a column, sales is a column, profit is a column. This is one record or row, this is one row, this is one row, like that. Rows and columns is called as a tabular format data. So this tabular format data, if you normally see with your eyes, we can't able to understand. So that is the reason why I'm going to represent this tabular information in terms of charts and graphs. I will do that for you. Okay, let me just do that process for you guys. Whatever the analysis we have been done, I just wanted to show you how to represent our information in terms of charts and graphs. I guess most of you know, right? X-axis, y-axis related things. So this is called as an y-axis, and this is x-axis if I consider. So on the x-axis I am taking, let me say on the x-axis I'm taking the products, okay, name of the product. And on the y-axis I'm taking the profit. I'm taking what? Profit. So we have 3 different products, right? One is what? Laptops, other one is television, other one is what? Mobile. And here I'm taking the scale. I'm taking, this is 1000, this is 2000, and this is some 3000. So now if you observe it, guys, so how much is the profit I got for the laptop here? For the laptop, okay, for the laptop I got a profit of how much? So let me just minimize this one. I got a laptop profit of, here there is a 2000 rupees of profit, here there is a 1000 rupees, total how much of this? 3000. You know about a bar chart, right? The bar height I'm going to draw now, the bar height I'm going to draw now, that should be having 3000 rupees of profit. That should be having 3000 rupees of profit. After that, mobile is having how much? 1000 and 1500. Okay, 1500 is 1500. Television is 2000. Let me draw this information also. So television is there. Television is having some 2000 rupees of profit, and after that I'm having mobile. Mobile is of only 1500 rupees of profit. So this is the graph. Just observe this graph, guys. Just observe this graph. Whatever the graph I have been drawn here, If I can show this information, this is what is actually called as data visualization. This is actually called as what? Data visualization. What is data visualization? I mentioned you're going to represent the data in the form of in the form of charts and graphs. In the form of what? Charts and graphs. So I have shown my profit related information, product related information in this graph, so that people can able to easily understand by looking at this. When this report is going to be shared with the clients, what you're going to do? Share with the clients. You're going to share these entire reports with the clients. When you go ahead and share with reports with the clients, they can understand, okay, laptops are giving me high amount of profit, televisions are okay, it was giving fine, but mobiles are the ones which is giving me less profit. Am I right? So mobiles are giving me less profit. So that is the insight which we have been found, and we have been told whatever the table I have been analyzed, I came to know mobiles are giving me less amount of profit. So clients are also able to see that same result in this place. So they will be going to understand, okay, why is it so giving? So they came to know that they are as of now selling only the mobiles of Samsung and some Apple phones only they're selling, but they wanted to improve more brands so that they will get more profit. So they thought of having some Realme mobiles or some Poco mobiles like this, some extra brands they want to add and improve their profits. So they will introduce these new brands, and later they will see again what is the profit they're getting for the mobiles. So they have got this decision. They want to introduce these new products by looking at this particular graph saying mobiles are having less amount of profit. If mobiles are not having less amount of profit here, or if they have not analyzed the data, they might not know that mobiles are giving me less profit. So this decision they might not have taken. So this decision is actually helping their business to improve, right? So that is what I mentioned. Why data analysis is used? Simply data analysis is used to help the clients or that particular business to improve. That is what I clearly mentioned. They want to use it to make some decision. Those decision making, our data analysis is going to help. So once the reports has been generated, what I mentioned I will be going to do, I'll be going to share with the clients, and this step is also called as data storytelling. What is called as data storytelling? In the sense, I'm going to tell some story based on the data. So by looking at this graph, what kind of story I can tell? Here laptops are giving me high amount of profit, mobiles are giving me less amount of profit. Among the all the products, laptops are performing better and mobiles are performing less amount of profit. So we are only selling the Samsung and the Apple phone. So try to make some new brands added so that more profit we can able to get it. Like this kind of details we can able to say to the client only by looking at the data understanding. So that analysis we are going to do as a data analyst, we are going to work on this 5-step process. And to work on this 5-step process, now we need to have some skills. But before I explain about the skills, I just wanted to correlate this example with the latest or easiest way to example within cooking process. So let us understand this is the cooking process. What is cooking process I want to discuss here is how the steps you have been understood here, those steps are also aligning with your cooking process. Generally, I'll explain. See, cooking process in the sense, first of all, let us consider generally in the day-to-day life also, in our home also, suppose mother wants to prepare some food item. What they will do, first of all, they will ask the family members what is the food item they wanted to eat on that. Let's say it's a special occasion, so they want to decide. Daily they won't ask, at least on the special occasions kind of thing. Suppose they want to know like what is the food item they want to eat on that day. So what they will do, simply they will ask different family members. So one family member will say some item, one family member will say some item, like that. After that, they will decide one food item in the end. Am I right? Let's say they have decided one food item in the end. So that food item, the step you are finalizing that food item is called as what? Understanding the requirements. Which requirements? Family members requirements. Here business requirements, their family members requirements. So that is what I mean to say. Whatever the steps you perform in the data analysis are the same steps will follow in the cooking process also. That's a real-time example I'm explaining you people. Okay, try to carefully observe. Once you came to know, okay, family members have the requirements and they have been finalized one or two food items in the end, then what you should do to prepare those food items? I need some ingredients. So those ingredients are going to be collected from where? You need to go to the market. Suppose in the home everything is not available, you'll go to the market and you'll select what are the vegetables or what are the other ingredients you need. You're going to bring that from the market. But in the market, as I mentioned, you can see there will be a lot of vegetables will be there, but all vegetables you won't buy. Suppose let's say you want to make some vegetable biryani in the home, that is the requirement. So you'll go to market and you'll go and find what are the required things for vegetable biryani. Am I right? For vegetable biryani, let's say you might need potato, you might need some cabbage, you might need some cauliflower kind of thing, or some paneer you need, but you don't need cucumbers. Am I right? You don't need the lady's fingers, or you might don't need any other required mangoes. These kind of things you might not need it there. Am I right? So what are the products that you need, or the vegetables you need? You're only going to buy them. So that is what I'm saying. If you need 20 vegetables in the market, there will be hundreds of varieties will be there. But what is that you needed? Only those 20 you'll be going to buy. The same thing you are going to do here. When the data collection, there will be a lot of data will be there with the client. But what is the data you needed for your analysis? Only that you're going to bring. That is what here I'm also telling. What are the vegetables you needed for you to prepare that food item only will be gathered. So after that, what you're going to perform, those vegetables are going to be cleaned. Means whatever the potato you have brought, you won't keep that entire potato into the vessel and you won't cook it. You need to first of all wash it, right? You need to first of all wash it. After washing, cut them into small pieces. That is what is the transformation. Cutting that entire big potato into small pieces. That is transformation. Once the cleaning has been done and transformations has been done, you'll be going to start the cooking process. The fourth step, creating the reports or visualization. This step is what? Actual cooking. You have kept everything on the stove and you have started preparing the food. So that is what now in the end you're going to share with the clients. You're going to provide to your family members. So whatever you have been prepared. So that is what I'm telling here. The cooking process, whatever you observe in your day-to-day life, is resembling the steps you perform in the data analysis. So remember, for the next time, whenever anybody asks you what are the steps, just remember what is the cooking process, and the same steps you can able to tell that is going to be correct answer. Okay. So now let us move forward to understand about what are the skills that we are going to discuss in our data analysis course. Which skills do I need to learn to get a job as a data analyst also will be these only. So I'm going to discuss about Excel, SQL, statistics, one either Power BI or Tableau. One is required, one will be not required, one will be sufficient enough. Okay. After that, we have Python. So these are the skills that we are going to discuss with you people in this course. See, carefully observe, guys. Excel is a very mandatory skill for any person when you are operating on a data set. And SQL, it is called as structured query language, where we are going to communicate with the databases. And statistics is a base version for entire analysis to perform. And Power BI or Tableau, both of these are data visualization tools. Whatever the data you have, if you directly provide that to Power BI or Tableau, simply by using drag and drop, you can able to create the visuals. So that Power BI or Tableau. And Python is a programming language. You don't need to worry about the programming language, guys, even though you are not having any knowledge about any of the skill. If suppose if I am a student, I don't know what is Excel also, no problem. Here I am going to teach you people everything from the scratch. Every skill that is mentioned here will be discussed with you people from the basics. From where? Basics to advanced. So no need to worry, sir. I am coming from this non-technical background. I don't know anything about the skills that you're telling. Can I able to learn this? Am I going to face any problem? No problem you will face, because I'm going to start everything from the basics to advanced. Every concept I'm going to discuss with you people, so that this is not the first time I'm teaching, guys. See, I told you from 9+ years I'm into this teaching. I have handled freshers or career gap students or technical students, either non-technical or IT side or non-IT side. I have that experience teaching the students from different domains. That is the reason I'm saying we will be going to start everything from the basics until the advanced part. And this every skill that I mentioned are going to be covered for you in the classes. So in this, what why I have written Power BI/Tableau means there are two data visualization tools which are very important in the market. But nowadays it was completely the Power BI which is very important. So this Power BI is going to be covered for you people in this course, and even Tableau also. But Tableau, I will be going to provide you the recording session, and I will handle one or two classes also for you to discuss what are the complete Tableau related concepts on a high level basis. Okay, I'm not just going to leave you. I will provide the recordings for the Tableau, and I also will take some one or two sessions of time to explain any doubts or any kind of high level understanding of the Tableau. But Power BI is the most important. Completely we'll be going to spend at least some 30 to 35 hours of time to learn the Power BI. So what is the skill wise time duration also? See, Excel will be covered in 15 classes. How many? 15 classes. 1 5 hours. and SQL, it is going to take some 25 hours of classes. 25 hours of classes. And statistics is very simple subject, guys. It's only 7 hours of time. And here Power BI, okay, Power BI, it would be going to take some 35 hours of classes, and Python again is going to take some 35 hours of classes. So this is about the duration of each of the skill, and more detail related to the skill set or how these steps are involved in these skills in more detail. We'll discuss that in the next free class. Today's is a first free class. We have total 3 free classes provided for each of the students. For the second free class, we are going to discuss these steps in a more technical manner. These are only simple way I have explained, right? In more technical basis, I'll explain that in the next class, and even the steps I am going to correlate with the skills. Why Power BI is used, for what Python is used, for what SQL is used. Those things we'll discuss in much more deep. Okay, as of now, think that whatever is the concepts I'm going to explain I have been mentioned, and Power BI will be covered in 35 hours of classes in the live classes, and Tableau we are going to provide you people in the recordings, where I will also conduct 1 or 2 sessions separately for you to understand the complete architecture of the Power BI and overall high level basis. Okay, so this important thing related to the entire skills is we are going to discuss at least 15 plus real time projects. 15 plus real time projects, not normal projects, guys. Real time projects in the sense in my company how my Power BI or SQL is going to be used. Similar to that, a project we are also going to do in our course also. So this is not normal kind of project. It's a real-time projects which will easily help you to people to understand the complete in and out of the particular skill set. And even those projects you can show in your resume also. And even if you want to reflect as your experience, suppose if I'm a non-IT person, I have 4 years of experience. Now I want to shift to the data analysis. I think some of you students might be having this kind of background. Okay, having what? I am a non-IT student with 4 years of experience. I want to shift to the data analysis. I just wanted to know how I can do. Simple. What are the projects we are going to discuss? Just to show that in the past 4 years you are explaining, sorry, you are doing that as a data analyst in your company. You are doing it as a data analyst in your company. Those 4 projects you can just showcase and tell that I'm having 4 years of experience. Simple. Then that's it. You are going to shift as a experienced data analyst. That knowledge you are going to gain in our course. Suppose let's say I'm a fresher, sir. I'm not having much of a knowledge about anything. I just want to start my career as a data analyst. Well and good. You are having much time. You need to just focus on the skill set, focus on the projects that you're going to do. Tell that you are done these projects on your own, and you are having that experience of dealing a large data sets and a data analyst. So that's it. You're having that. Suppose let's say you're having some career gap. So people who are having some career gap, simple guys. So just see whatever the career gap you have, just fill that with your skill set. See, in the companies of IT industry, skill is the matter. Skill is the only thing that will be going to look after. Even though you have some 4 years of career gap or 5 years of career gap also, you need to just say that I am having this skill set. Even though I have a career gap, I'm a skilled person. I have this experience with me dealing with these projects. Like that, for every student, these projects are going to be helpful. That is what I'm saying. For you are a fresher or career gap or experienced person, for everyone, these projects are going to help you in filling up your experience and getting most of the opportunities from the companies. So these 15 plus real-time projects are going to be discussed, some of the projects in the class. Okay, in 5 plus projects I'm going to discuss in the live class. Some of the projects I'm also expecting from the student to take over and try. Suppose one data I'm using and creating some dashboard in the Power BI, I'm expecting student to take some new data and create, follow the same process and create some new data, new report in the Power BI. That is your project. So both of us, we have done 2 projects. Then that 2 projects you can able to show it in the resume. So then that manner, for every student, I'm expecting at least 15 plus projects by the completion of this course. Then that will improve a lot of chances. So for that, what are the data sets that are required? I am going to share with you. Okay, what are the data sets that are required? I am going to share with you people. You don't need to worry about that. So data sets are going to be shared. And also guys, the day-to-day notes are going to be shared. Whatever I'm writing in the notepad, even this is also going to be shared with you people, along with what? The recordings. The recordings are important, guys. How the recordings are going to be shared means it's a day-to-day basis. Once the class is completed today, that class recording will be sent for you via Google Drive. You can see this is one of the batch which we have, the recent batch only. See how the recordings are going to be shared. That assignments will be there, data sets will be there, project details, the SQL notes, video recordings. You can see the day-to-day recordings are going to be shared with the people on a daily basis. Immediately after completion of the class, you are going to get the day-to-day recording. So in this way, the complete classes are going to be shared with the people along with recordings, and also assignments will be shared. day-to-day tasks will be there. Okay, and even materials also will be shared. What is material? For the entire, for example, SQL is there. For the entire SQL, this is a PDF which will be going to send you people. Okay, this is like a textbook material for you, where you can able to use it for your entire understanding purpose. You don't need to write down any written notes like that also. So this material will be helping you. And also here, the important interview questions also will be covered. Important interview questions in the sense how in the interviews the questions can be expected from that skill set. Those questions I'm going to provide for you. And even I'm going to take the mock interviews at the end of the skill set or end of the entire course, guys, not just after completing the Python. If I take after Python, if I take a mock interview, that is not a mock interview, that is only exam. That exam anyhow we are going to conduct, that exams will be there. Let me write down exams for every skill set will be there. But interviews are something, how when you go for a job interview, what kind of questions the companies will ask, the similar kind of questions here I will be going to handle and make you prepared for the interviews. Okay, so mock interviews will be there, important interview questions will be there. Okay, and also the resume building, which is another important thing. How to prepare a resume will be covered in this data analysis course. So I will be only going to take care of that. So resume building class will be there, where each and every person how you can able to prepare your resumes, I'll be going to help you out. And also guys, here the placement assistance is another important thing from our institute, which will be going to provided for you until you get the job. Until you get the job, placement assistance will be provided for you all. It's not just for few days or few months. And also one more thing, course completion certificate will be shared. Course completion certificate also will be shared for you people. And another important thing is I am extending my help for you to clear this Microsoft Azure certification. So for Microsoft Azure certifications, you need to write down some exam. Which certifications you can target, I will help you out. And there are actually some 3 free certifications are also present without paying any exam fees. With the Microsoft, you can write down the exam. For some exams, you need to write down some exam fees will be there. To Microsoft, you need to pay, not with us. We are not at all related to that. Microsoft, you need to pay the exam, sorry, pay the amount and write down the exam. But there are some free certifications present. Those free we will try to get it, that would be more important for us. Okay, so those how to clear them, how to prepare for that, I will help you out. Okay, so that help also we are providing from my side. And even guys, see the complete duration, I have not talked about the duration. Let me talk about the duration now. Total it is going to take 3.5 months of time to complete this course. Okay, close to 3.5 to 4 months of the time duration we're expecting for all the skills to complete. And also here the class timings, guys, this is a new batch which we are going to start in the next 1 week of time. The class timings are morning 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is in both offline as well as online. How the demo was being conducted now in both offline and online. Even we have some offline students here. We have in offline and online the demo. In the same time, the class is going to be connected. I will be there in the offline classes, guys, and you can able to access the things. Coming to the lab, also we have the you can sit here and practice. And any doubts are there, you can let me know. I'll help you out. Okay. So if it is possible, come for the offline classes. Okay. Okay. If it is not, then we can't able to anything. If it is having any chance for you, come for offline classes. We have the classes from morning 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this is a fresh batch where we are going to start with this Excel. The same order will follow. Excel will be going to first of all teach you, then either statistics or SQL. After that, Power BI, and after that, Python. In between Tableau also, we are going to provide you the recordings. So in this way, the entire course is going to be covered for you. See, nobody will teach you these many skills in the market, because so many places they are only teaching 1 or 2 skills and saying this is a data analyst. And even those skills also different faculties will come. But here all the skills whatever I have written here, everything I am only the single faculty who will teach you. No separate faculty will come. Excel, SQL, statistics, Power BI, Python, I am the single faculty who will teach you all the skills. Okay, I am the only trainer. Let me write on that point. I am the only trainer who will teach all the skills. Will teach all the skills when it comes to mock interviews also, when it comes to resume building also, everything. I am the only person who will take care of all the things. So try to understand that point, because if separate trainer comes means students will miss that continuity. And also guys, here this is the first free class happened. This first free class recordings are going to be shared with you people immediately after completion of the course. And we have the second free class. When the second free class is going to happen means it will be there after few days. Okay, it will be there on the 30th of, okay, it will be there on the 30th or 29th. In this, the first free class has been done. Second free class will be conducted on that day. In the second free class, I'll explain you the complete skill set. What are the tools we are going to use? What is the duration? What is the need of SQL? What is the need of Power BI? What is the need of Python? How to install those things related, that I will help you out. Okay, and here one important thing with the students is, apart from this we have some other timings also. We usually maintain the classes in the timings. We have usually 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. also we have a class, and even before that 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., sorry, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., and before that also we have a batch in the morning time. It's actually 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. also we have batches in this manner. But as of now this is a new batch. Okay, if anybody are interested, sir, I want to complete the course within less amount of time, I don't want to wait for 3.5 to 4 months of time like that, so is there any possibility to complete the course quickly? Means yes, there is a possibility for you. You need to attend two different classes. Morning, you can either attend 8 a.m. class or 9 a.m. class, and also attend 10 to 11 a.m. class. Learn different subjects in different timing. Suppose 8 to 9 a.m., suppose Power BI if you are learning. 10 to 11 a.m., when you start, we'll be going to start with Excel, right? So we will be able to hear for Excel. 9 to 10 a.m., suppose Python is going on, you can also attend that Python class. See, we are not pushing the students to attend all the three. Whoever is willing to, you can attend it. Then you no need to pay any extra amount for that. It's purely normal registration fees only. If you are interested to complete the course quickly within less amount of time, we are providing the opportunity to attend the different classes. All classes I am only going to be the faculty, no separate faculty, guys. These timings also not a separate faculty. In our institute, I am the data analyst trainer. No separate faculty will come. For all the skills, for every time I have mentioned, I am the only faculty, and every time we have offline and online classes. Okay, so you can attend any skill any number of times also. For example, I have already listened to the Power BI class, for example, but again second time also I want to listen. Yes, you can come and attend. You don't need to pay any extra amount. There's the same fees only. No need to pay any extra amount. You can attend any skill any number of times in any batch also. Let's say in the 10 to 11 a.m. Power BI you have listened, but again you want to listen for the second time, so in the 9 to 10 Power BI is going. Yes, you can come and attend. See, the complete flexibility you are providing. Wherever the new skill is starting, I will inform everybody, so people who wanted to listen for the second time also, you can come and listen. So that kind of complete flexibility for the students we are providing in this course. Okay, so that is actually helping the students to complete and revise the things also for the second time or third time without wasting much time. So that kind of feasibility we are providing, which is definitely going to help each and every one of you in learning this data analysis in a more real time basis. Okay, in a more what, real time basis. So this skill set, if you can follow and suggested whatever the things, we will do the suggestions. If you can follow those, I'm pretty much sure each and every one of you are going to get a 3-4 years of experience data analyst mindset. I'm pretty much sure with that. A 3-4 years of experience mindset, or that knowledge you're going to get by the completion of this course. Okay, so that is it from my side, guys. I have completely explained you people related to this data analysis introduction part today. And the second free class, when the second free class is going to happen on, we just show you on the 29th of October. On the 29th of October, we'll be going to have the second free class in both offline and online. So please join that session also, so that you can able to get the complete understanding introduction part. And after that day, often suppose 29th is the second free class, then 30th, 31st, the batch will start. You can consider 29th from there, the batch will start. You don't need to skip anything. Second free class, then third free class will happen. After that, the registrations will start. If you want 1 or 2 days of time, no problem. 31st you can able to join. 1st of November you can join in that manner, and you can able to complete the course. Okay, so in this way we are providing the best opportunity for the students. And the second free class is also free, guys. If you are unable to attend on that day, if you want the recordings also, we will provide the recordings. That's not a problem. So please try to join the live class if possible, and please to ping your email IDs in the chat box if you haven't yet, so that we can share you people the recordings. Okay, the recordings, even next class if you miss, we will share the recording again with you, so that you can have that access. So please try to go through that, and let us know if you have any doubts now. Okay, so I am going to stop the recording now. You can let me know if you have any doubts now.